Good morning, my beautiful YouTube friends. So it is Monday, September 5th? 6th?
No, it's 5th. It's 5th and it's Tuesday.
And it's Tuesday because yesterday was Labor Day. Thank you, Maggie. Sometimes it's hard to keep up with days of the week. So this is the first time this school year that I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed. And I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that we have a dirt bike race this next coming weekend in New York. And so I'm well aware of the fact that that is a 12 to 14 hour trip one way. And we are probably not going to get back home until 3 or 4 in the morning. And I really do not want to take a day, and I'm just already feeling that angst about that. So I'm not sure if that's why that I'm feeling so overwhelmed. We also start our M class this week, and of course trying to keep up with M class, trying to keep up with what I'm going to do with parents. Like, I feel nervous about that, of making sure that I have enough to keep them occupied, to keep the kids occupied while that we try to take care of our testing. And I'm just feeling a little nervousness about that as well. And my person that was supposed to help this afternoon texted me and said that she is sick and she's pregnant and she's probably not going to be able to make it, which is no big deal because this is just the first day of testing and we have till the 25th. I also need to fix some things in my classroom. Last year I made these people to go in the outside hallway, and they hold their work. They're really cute. Can't find my pattern anywhere, and I have 2 extra kids. And my math bags that I made last year, I have 2 extra kids. I made an extra one. I actually only need one more. I have 3 extra kids, and I made 1 extra one last year just in case, so I need 2 more bags. And they don't have the same containers that I had. They don't have the same bags. It's just, everything is not going to be exactly the same, and it's going to have to be okay. But my list to do is getting to the point that it is outweighing the time that I have, which is when I feel super, super overwhelmed. And I know everybody does too, and a lot of what is on my list I know is self-imposed, but it's what I want, and it's how that I want my classroom. And so it makes it very difficult to get any kind of balance in my life when I'm so overwhelmed. So I am really trying hard to check off all those things that I feel like are hanging over my head so that I can get back to at least keeping my head above water. I can't really miss this race in New York, so it's not like I actually can't miss any more of the races, but I am in competition to at least be 3rd place in the Nationals and possibly even 2nd. So I certainly cannot, just throw that away. I've worked so hard this season. And so hopefully it will all work out and we will have a successful week and I'll feel very accomplished. Today I have to go work at the gym, so I already know that I will not be able to get a lot of stuff done this afternoon, and it will be kind of a time crunch. So it just makes it more and more. I don't have car duty this afternoon, which will be great. That'll give me a little bit of breathing time. And we are not starting Girls Running Club. We're not starting it today, are we?
I think we are.
We are starting it today? I thought it was next week.
I don't know.
I hope it's not today because I'm not prepared. I have clothes. But I think it's next week, I hope. Because I also coach Girls Running Club and at the gym. So Tuesdays are always out, but Tuesdays being a Monday, it's just even harder. Anyway, sorry for this rambling on and on about my stress level. Hopefully your beginning of school is much better than mine, and I hope you have a wonderful, blessed day. Good morning, my beautiful YouTube friends. So it is Wednesday, September 13th. It is Black Day at school for kindergarten, so I have on my black and white dress. And it is we are starting to get more into the routine of things. My Firsties are doing amazing at the things that they are supposed to accomplish. I've been so proud of them. I'm sorry that I've been kind of incognito. It has been crazy. I have been so super stressed to catch up on my life outside of school. This past weekend, we had to go to New York, which is like a 12-hour trip. We left out Friday, drove 12 hours, and actually it took us a little bit longer because Kenneth had to stop and sleep for a couple hours about 3 in the morning because he was just exhausted. And so we didn't get to the track until like 11. Spent Saturday night at the track. Woke up Sunday morning, 10 o'clock, we raced, got finished with our 2-hour race, loaded back up the truck and headed back down the road, and it took us about 11 and a half hours to get home. So to say that I'm exhausted is just a little bit of an understatement. Monday, I was planning on going to work on Monday, but I have lupus. I'm not sure if I've ever mentioned that before. But it is an autoimmune, and it causes you intense pain, intense fatigue, like to the point that resting doesn't help. Causes a lot of other issues too, but I've had it for about 2 years, and there's lots of different medicines that my doctor has me take. One is prednisone, which I really hate. It's not so much, it doesn't affect me. It doesn't make me moody, and it doesn't make me, sleepless or anything like that, but it does cause weight gain. And I know I shouldn't worry about that, but I do. But anyway, so Monday I got approved a couple weeks ago. Monday was when my appointment was, to go get a new medicine that's just been on the market, and it's an infusion, an IV infusion for lupus. So that's what I did on Monday. And then yesterday, I have a wonderful parent who comes in to volunteer. And so because of her coming in so often, I was able to finally finish my M-classing assessments yesterday. So I feel so much better going into work today. I feel like that I'm actually going to be able to teach and to get stuff accomplished and to get back into the routine of things. And so that makes me feel so much better about how everything's going to go. We also had our first day of running club yesterday. Myself and Miss Schaefer, our music teacher, and Miss Kazor, a second grade teacher, we all coach a girls running club that's for 3rd through 5th grade, and it is a great program, and it just prepares them to be on a team and to give them some self-esteem and some self-confidence going into middle school, because we all know middle school is the pits, and I couldn't go back there if you paid me all the money in the world. But our girls are having to go do it, and we want to prepare them as best that we can. Today I have some fun activities planned. I've made some things for Teachers Pay Teachers, a Go Fish game that I'm excited that I'm going to be able to introduce to my littles today, about the short vowel sounds. And it's like I have all the short A sounds in a Go Fish game, and there's 4 of each set, so they're trying to get all the sets of each ending, and so they play with partners. And so I'm hoping that it goes over well and that they understand. I'm not sure that they've ever played Go Fish, even with like regular cards, because not a lot of people play games anymore with all the technology. They just put them on on an iPad or whatever. I'm also excited because I'm going to get to teach my treasures today. I'm going to get to teach in my reading and talk about characters and setting. And I know for most people that doesn't seem very exciting, but that's what I live for. Like, I love doing stuff like that. And so I feel like I've had all these plans that I've planned for, but because of in-class assessments, I haven't really been able to carry through and do like I would like to, that I felt rushed. And so it makes my heart smile that I'm finally going to get to teach a full day without having to pull kids for assessments. I am going to try to get one of my STAR testing done today, my STAR reading. I'm going to do that right after we have recess. Right after we have breakout. So that'll be one more thing checked off my list. So I hope you have a wonderful, blessed day, and I will talk to you later. Hello, my friends. So to give you an update, it is still Wednesday, September 13th. It is the afternoon, probably about 4:30. I am on my way to the gym. I have to personal train a girl, and then I'm going to get in a quick workout. I'm going to go home and try to get my lesson plans finished for next week, because we have a race this weekend out of town, and even though I can use that time productive, I don't have Wi-Fi, so our plan books that we have to do are all online, so I have to do all that before, but there's a lot of things that I can work on, get caught up, get ahead, and that kind of thing. So this morning, I was very hopeful, very naive, I guess, in thinking that because I was finished with my M class, that I would be able to actually teach today. And that was absolutely not the case. I have spent my entire day working on, I did teach math. I taught my math lesson. It was a very good math lesson. So that was about an hour of my day. The rest of the day was spent getting my kids to take their STAR reading and STAR math. We normally don't have to do that in our homeroom. Ms. Nichols has always done that for us in the library. And let me just tell you, hot mess does not even describe what was taking place in my room. Because I don't know if you've ever worked with 6-year-olds on an iPad, but when you have to log into something, it's a very long, like 10-digit number. That's their number that they have to put in as their password. And then their username is like their name and 3 to 5 digits at the end of it. Well, first you have to back up and you have to explain to them that the word username is not their username. So that in and of itself is like trials and tribulations. So we got through that. Got people started logging in. I helped the ones that couldn't get logged in themselves. It was actually like this sweet lady who was in my room observing a child who actually got up and started helping me because it was such a disaster. And I went around the room, and by the time I would help one get on, another one would be logged off. And they would be like, I don't know what happened. They can't read, so they don't know if it's saying that they're finished with the test, or they don't know what it's saying. They're just clicking buttons and happily go around. I mean, it was crazy. And so finally this afternoon, I sat down while they were working on their math, and I put them to work on another task on the iPad. I was able to sit down and pull them 4 to 5 at a time and keep rotating through, finish up the ones who didn't have their math finished or reading STAR finished. And then while they were working and they were in the zone and we were being productive, I just figured we'd go ahead and knock out. So I got all the STAR math knocked out too. So I am super hopeful that tomorrow is going to be a great day of teaching, because surely to goodness I am finished with my testing by now. It is the 3rd week of school, and it is crazy. The 1st week of school, we were able to get them in the routine. We worked on routine. What's the procedures? What do we expect of you? And then all of a sudden, your teacher is gone for half the day, in and out of the classroom, working at the back of the desk where I have to like put up my hand. It's so hateful. I'm sorry. But I can't be interrupted because I have to give this child their assessment that they need. And I definitely see the need for it. Like I love the data that I get from this assessment, not necessarily the STAR. I don't really put a lot of validation in it. Sorry, anybody who's, gung-ho STAR. I just don't know that it correlates to what they're actually doing in the classroom. But I do. The M-Class is exactly what we're doing. And it's what that I need to teach them on. So I appreciate the information that I gain for that. I just hate that I'm so pulled out of my classroom or pulled away from the center of my room, and they kind of lose the procedures and expectations that I spent that whole week trying to get ingrained in them. So hopefully it will come back with vengeance, and we will be super learners. It will be phenomenal and fantastic, and we won't have any problems from here on out. I do have a really great group. They're super sweet. They really do want to please. I have some who have some difficulty, and they have some difficulty following directions, which is the biggest problem. And anything that's multi-step, forget it, done. But they'll get it, and they'll figure it out. And 1st grade is that learning year. There's not an assistant in there. So they have to be able to do things on their own. They have to be independent thinkers. Some of mine will literally sit there and like I'm testing. I'm not able to like be right there with them, but they'll just sit there and do nothing for like 30 or 45 minutes until I get finished with that one and come back around. And we've got to get all that fixed, and it will all come together. Like I said, I'm very hopeful that tomorrow will be a day of teaching, and I literally feel like that I have been hit by a train. Today was probably the most tiring day, and it wasn't that it was difficult, because I've had difficult days. Today was not difficult, and my kids were amazing. Like, I really want to bring them cookies or cupcakes tomorrow, because they were so good when all the chaos was going on. So it wasn't their fault. They weren't causing any of the problems. It's just they couldn't help the issues that they were having, and it wasn't something that I could fix or that I could do for them. And they don't know what they're doing, and they have to do it independently. So I was really proud of them, but I am definitely exhausted. Like, I've got to go to the gym right now, and I'm just like, I don't even know where I'm going to muster up the energy to do the workout with the girl I'm training, much less to actually do the workout that's on the schedule for today. So I hope that you have a fantastically blessed evening, and that you are super productive.